Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare 1-cent coins, because some of these coins are rare among collectors and are worth millions. So today, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're about to embark on a fascinating journey into the world of one of America's most iconic coins, the 2009 Lincoln penny. It might look like just another penny, but hidden in its design and minting quirks are rare variations and errors that can turn this humble copper cent into a collector's dream worth an eye-popping $86,000. So, coin enthusiasts, listen carefully and enjoy this deep dive into what makes the 2009 Lincoln penny truly special. Let's start with the background. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 2009 penny was especially unique because it marked the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth and the centennial of the Lincoln cent itself. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint released 4 different reverse designs, each highlighting a significant stage of Lincoln's life: his birth and early childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and finally, his presidency in Washington, D.C. This made the 2009 Lincoln penny a fascinating set for collectors. But today we're focusing on what makes some of these pennies stand out: rare minting errors and anomalies that have skyrocketed their value. Point 1 of the most famous and sought-after errors is the double die. This error happens when the coin is struck more than once with slightly misaligned dies, causing parts of the design or lettering to appear doubled. On the 2009 Lincoln penny, doubling can often be seen around the words Liberty, the date, or even the inscription, "In God We Trust." These doubled dies give the coin a unique appearance and make it highly prized by collectors. Another incredible error to watch for is the off-center strike. Imagine the penny being struck off the center, so a portion of the design is missing or cut off. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Some 2009 pennies have been found with severe off-center strikes, and if the date and mint mark are still visible, these coins can command a significant premium. There are also clipped planchet errors, where the blank metal disc that becomes the coin was improperly cut, resulting in a coin with a curved or straight clipped edge. These coins are instantly recognizable and very rare. Another fascinating feature is the presence of die cracks or die breaks. These are tiny raised lines or marks caused by a cracked die during the striking process. While subtle, these cracks make each coin unique and add a layer of rarity that collectors value. And let's not forget about the importance of condition. Coins in mint state condition, that is, uncirculated and showing no wear, scratches, or blemishes, are much more desirable. The combination of a rare error and a flawless appearance can turn a simple penny into a valuable collector's treasure. So, how do you identify one of these rare 2009 Lincoln pennies? First, examine the coin closely with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling in the letters or numbers, unusual cracks, clipped edges, or signs that the design is off-center. If something looks odd, it's worth having your coin professionally evaluated and graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC, which authenticate and grade the coin's condition, a crucial step for collectors and sellers alike. Now for the astonishing reveal: one exceptional 2009 Lincoln penny, showcasing a rare error and preserved in pristine mint condition, has been appraised and sold for an incredible $86,000. Yes, you heard that right. $86,000 for a single penny. So, the next time you come across a 2009 Lincoln penny, don't just toss it in the jar with your spare change. Take a closer look. You might be holding a small piece of American history and a highly valuable collector's item. Top 2, we're shining the spotlight on a coin that might seem ordinary but hides an extraordinary secret: the 2009 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark. Yes, that tiny little D stamp just beneath the date, indicating it was minted in Denver, could mean you're holding a rare treasure. If you're a collector or just someone who loves the thrill of discovering something valuable, listen very carefully. By the end of this video, you'll know why this small penny could be worth an astounding $83,000. The 2009 Lincoln penny was no ordinary release. It marked the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the centennial of the Lincoln penny itself. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint issued 4 different reverse designs, each telling a story of a different phase of Lincoln's life. From his humble beginnings in Kentucky, growing up in Indiana, his years as a lawyer in Illinois, to his presidency in Washington, D.C. This made the 2009 penny set a collector's dream. Among these pennies, the ones minted in Denver stand out for some very special reasons. The Denver Mint, marked by that tiny D, produced millions of pennies, but only a small fraction feature rare minting errors and unique variations that make them extremely valuable. One of the most notable and collectible errors is the double die. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice with misaligned dies, resulting in duplicated or shadowed images or text. On the 2009 D. Lincoln penny, doubling can appear on the words Liberty, the date, or even the motto, In God We Trust. These double-die pennies are incredibly rare and sought after by collectors worldwide because the doubling creates a distinct and fascinating visual effect. Another intriguing rarity is the off-center strike. This error happens when the coin blank isn't properly centered during minting, causing part of the design to be missing or cropped. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes, especially when the date and mint mark are still fully visible. A 2009 D penny with a significant off-center strike can fetch impressive prices in the collector market. Then there are the clipped planchet errors, which occur when the coin blank is improperly cut, leading to a missing curved or straight section on the edge of the coin. These irregularly shaped coins are eye-catching and highly prized. Die cracks also add to the coin's uniqueness. These are tiny raised lines or fractures caused by cracks in the coin die, transferred onto the coin's surface. While subtle, die cracks make every affected coin one of a kind, adding to its rarity and desirability. The key to maximizing the value of a 2009 D. Lincoln penny with these errors lies in its condition. Coins in mint state condition, that is, uncirculated and free from wear, scratches, or blemishes, are especially prized. The combination of rare error and pristine condition can turn an otherwise common penny into a high-value collector's item. So, how can you spot these special pennies? Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and inspect the coin closely. Look for doubling of letters, especially around Liberty and the date. Check for off-center designs, clipped edges, or fine raised lines from die cracks. If you find anything unusual, it's wise to have the coin professionally graded and authenticated by trusted services like PCGS or NGC. Proper certification is crucial for collectors and sellers to confirm the coin's authenticity and condition. Here's the jaw-dropping fact. A 2009 D. Lincoln penny exhibiting a rare minting error and preserved in immaculate mint state condition has been valued and sold for an incredible $83,000. Yes, $83,000 for a penny. So next time you come across a 2009 penny with that little D mint mark, don't just overlook it. Take a closer look. You might be holding a small slice of history and a highly valuable treasure. Top 3, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins from modern American numismatics, the 2009 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look like your everyday cent, but hidden beneath its coppery surface are rare errors and special features that can make it incredibly valuable. So, if you're a coin lover or a curious treasure hunter, stick around and listen closely, because by the end of this video, you might just discover a penny worth a staggering $80,000. Let's rewind a bit and explore the significance of the 2009 Lincoln penny. This year marked a big milestone. It was the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the centennial of the Lincoln cent. To honor this, the U.S. Mint released 4 different reverse designs, each depicting a key stage in Lincoln's life. These designs included his birth and childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and finally, his presidency in Washington, D.C. This unique release not only captured important moments in Lincoln's life, but also made 2009 a landmark year for penny collectors. Now, while millions of these pennies were produced, only a very few have become prized by collectors. And here's why. One of the key features that makes the 2009 Lincoln penny so collectible is the presence of minting errors. These mistakes occurred during the production process and are often invisible to the casual eye, but highly sought after in the collector community. Let's talk about some of these fascinating errors. First, there's the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice with a slightly misaligned die, causing parts of the design or lettering to appear doubled. On the 2009 Lincoln penny, doubling can be spotted in the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," or the date itself. This doubling creates a shadowy, layered effect that's instantly recognizable and highly prized. Another rare error to keep your eyes peeled for is the off-center strike. When a blank coin isn't properly centered under the die, the design ends up shifted or partially missing. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date and mint mark remain visible. Some 2009 pennies have been found with significant off-center strikes, making them coveted rarities. Then, there's the intriguing clipped planchet error. This occurs when the coin blank is incorrectly cut before striking, resulting in a coin with a missing curved or straight edge. These irregularly shaped coins are eye-catching and extremely rare that we can't forget about die cracks. These tiny fractures in the coin die cause raised lines or marks on the coin's surface. While they may look like scratches to the untrained eye, these cracks add unique characteristics that collectors love. Condition is a massive factor when it comes to value. Coins that are in mint state condition, meaning they show no signs of circulation or wear, are significantly more valuable. A rare error combined with flawless condition can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. How do you spot these special pennies? Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and examine the coin closely. Look for doubled letters, unusual edges, misaligned designs, or tiny raised lines. If you notice something unusual, consider having the coin professionally graded by experts at PCGS or NGC to confirm its rarity and condition. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. Some of these rare 2009 Lincoln pennies, especially those with prominent minting errors and in mint condition, have been appraised and sold for as much as $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a penny. It's amazing how a small piece of metal we often take for granted can hold so much history, rarity, and value. So next time you come across a 2009 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a tiny treasure worth far more than you ever imagined. We're zeroing in on a coin that's often overlooked but holds a treasure trove of surprises, the 1981 Lincoln penny. Now, at first glance, you might think it's just a regular penny, but stick with me because this little copper piece can actually be worth a jaw-dropping $77,000 in the right condition. Yes, you heard that right. $77,000. Let's start by taking a closer look at the 1981 Lincoln penny itself. This coin features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner and used on the penny since 1909. But the 1981 penny, despite being a common circulation coin, has some rare characteristics and minting anomalies that have made it a prized find for collectors. So, what exactly makes the 1981 Lincoln penny so special? The answer lies in the world of mint errors and rare varieties, which can dramatically increase the value of an otherwise everyday coin. One of the most sought-after variations for the 1981 penny is the double die error. This is a minting mistake that happens when the coin is struck twice with a slight misalignment, causing the design elements, like the date, letters in Liberty, or the motto "In God We Trust," to appear doubled or shadowed. On the 1981 penny, the double die error can be subtle or very pronounced. When it's obvious and clearly visible to the naked eye, it's incredibly valuable. Collectors love these because each double die coin is essentially a unique piece of minting history. Next, we have the off-center strike error. Sometimes, during the minting process, the coin blank isn't placed properly, and the design ends up shifted off the center. The more off-center the strike, the rarer the coin becomes. Off-center strikes can range from slight misalignments to dramatic shifts that cut off large portions of Lincoln's profile or the date. For 1981 pennies, finding a well-preserved off-center strike can add tremendous value, especially if the date and mint mark remain clearly visible. Another fascinating anomaly is the clipped planchet error. This happens when the coin blank is cut improperly, resulting in a coin with a missing section or a curved clip along the edge. These irregularly shaped pennies catch the eye of collectors immediately. When combined with good condition and clear mint marks, Clipped planchets from 1981 can fetch high prices. Then there are the die cracks and die breaks, tiny raised lines or marks caused by cracks in the mint's coin dies. These subtle imperfections give each coin a unique fingerprint, making it more collectible. For the 1981 penny, die cracks near the rim or through the date are particularly interesting to collectors. You might be wondering, how do you know if your 1981 penny has any of these rare features? The key is to examine it carefully, preferably with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the date, the lettering around the edges, and the overall shape of the coin. If you spot doubling, clipping, or off-center images, you might be holding a valuable coin. It's always a good idea to get suspected error coins professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Certification can significantly increase your coin's market value and helps buyers trust what you're selling. Condition matters a lot in the coin world. A penny that's well-preserved, free of scratches, wear, or corrosion will always command a higher price. For 1981 pennies with rare errors, being in mint state or near mint condition can elevate their value exponentially. Now here's the exciting part. Some 1981 Lincoln pennies, especially those with clear double die errors, significant off-center strikes, or rare clipped planchets, have sold for as much as $77,000. Yes, $77,000 for a single penny. It's incredible how a coin that was meant to be everyday change in your pocket can turn into a collectible, worth tens of thousands of dollars just because of some fascinating minting quirks. Next time you find a 1981 Lincoln penny, don't toss it aside without a second glance. You might just have a hidden treasure in your hand. Top 5, we're diving deep into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but hides some truly extraordinary secrets. The 1982 Lincoln penny. This coin is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history and, if you listen closely, could hold the key to a rare and valuable treasure. So grab your magnifying glass and get ready, because this isn't just any penny. It could be worth a staggering $74,000. The 1982 Lincoln penny sits at a unique crossroads in the history of U.S. coinage. That year, the U.S. Mint made a major change that still has collectors buzzing today. Until 1982, pennies were made almost entirely of copper, about 95% copper and 5% zinc. But because of rising copper prices, the mint switched to a new formula mid-year, primarily zinc with only a thin copper plating on top. This means that 1982 pennies come in two different metal compositions, and that difference alone makes some 1982 pennies quite rare. But that's just the beginning. That if you hold a 1982 penny, you need to know whether it's the old copper version or the newer zinc version. The copper ones are heavier, about 3.11 grams, while the zinc ones weigh less, about 2.5 grams. But beyond weight, there's more to this coin's story, specifically the mint errors and rare variations that turn these humble pennies into prized collector's items. One of the most fascinating features to look out for on the 1982 Lincoln penny is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once in the minting press but slightly misaligned, causing parts of the design, like the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust, to appear doubled or shadowed. This doubling effect, especially when clear and noticeable, can add substantial value. Some 1982 pennies with strong double die characteristics have fetched high prices among collectors eager to own such a unique minting anomaly. Next, let's talk about the off-center strike error. This rare mistake happens when the penny blank isn't perfectly centered in the press, leading to an image that's partially cut off. The degree of off-centering determines how valuable the coin becomes. The more dramatic, the better. If the date and mint mark remain legible, an off-center 1982 penny can become a real collector's gem, often commanding impressive prices. Another interesting and valuable error type is the clipped planchet. This error happens when the coin blank is improperly cut from the metal strip, resulting in a penny with a missing segment or a curved clip along the edge. These uniquely shaped pennies are eye-catching and highly sought after by collectors, especially if the coin is in good condition. There are also die cracks and die breaks, where small fissures in the die create raised lines or marks on the coin's surface. These can occur anywhere, but are especially prized when they appear near the date or major design features. Each die crack makes the coin distinct and can dramatically increase its rarity and value. One other fascinating aspect of the 1982 penny is the existence of both proof coins and circulation strikes. Proof coins are specially made for collectors, with a mirror-like finish and sharper details, produced at the Denver and Philadelphia mints. These proof 1982 pennies are generally rarer and more valuable, especially if they display errors or come in pristine condition. The condition of a coin is crucial in determining its value. A 1982 penny in mint state condition, meaning it has no signs of wear and looks almost brand new, can be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars more than one that's circulated and worn. If you have a 1982 penny with an error and it's also in mint condition, you're potentially looking at a coin that could be worth tens of thousands. How can you tell if your 1982 penny is one of these rare treasures? The first step is to get a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and inspect the date, lettering, and edges closely. Look for any doubling in the letters or numbers, odd shapes, clipped edges, or off-centered images. Next, weigh your coin on a precise scale to determine if it's copper or zinc. And finally, if you think you've found something unusual, consider getting your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. This can greatly increase its value and provide proof of authenticity to buyers. Now for the exciting reveal. Some of these rare and well-preserved 1982 Lincoln pennies, especially those with strong double die errors or dramatic off-center strikes, have been sold for an incredible $74,000. $74,000 for a penny that might have been lying in your pocket all these years. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest surprises. The 1982 Lincoln penny is more than just change. It's a window into minting history and a potential treasure waiting to be discovered. So next time you come across a 1982 penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You could be holding one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in the country. If you loved learning about the fascinating world of coins and want to keep discovering rare treasures like this, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin finds and stories. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting.